Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back. Welcome here. Welcome there. Welcome. Sir Franklin is with me.
Hello, 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 hello.
Quick. I'm going to hit you with 10 conspiracies that could possibly happen.
10 conspiracies?
Possibly could not happen. You say yes or no, whether or not you believe in it. You understand the rule. Okay?
Understand.
You
Even if I don't,
understand the
I
rule.
can say yes or no, even if I don't believe in it, he says.
Yep. You can.
That sounds fishy.
If you don't believe in it, say no. If you do believe in it, say yes.
Alright,
I'm going to propose ideas. Okay? You ready? We landed on the moon in the 50s and 60s.
In the 50s and 60s.
Or whenever the moon landing was. We landed on the moon. Yes or no? Don't explain yourself.
Yes.
Dinosaurs are still alive today.
Meaning like evolution?
Exactly what I said. Dinosaurs are still alive today.
Yes.
Okay? The CIA killed John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
There are Nazi bases in
Argentina?
No, that's a good one. In the Antarctic.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Well, if dinosaurs exist and the Nazi bases in Antarctica, there's Nazis in storm, like...
Calm down. The world is flat. Oh, dude, why are you thinking so hard, dude?
Yes.
You think the world is flat? Okay, I'm not going into it. Simulation theory. We are in one right now.
Yes. That's back to back because those two coincide with each other.
They could. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Oh, you just threw me out with that. HARP is a government environmental weapon.
Heat domes. Blue roofs. Yes.
The sky and stars are holograms.
Is a hologram a projection?
Yes.
If I said yes to simulation and yes to flat earth, then I'm an idiot if I say no, because then I'd be conflicting what I believe to be true. So, yes.
Quantum immortality. You do not die. The moment you die, you just shift into another version that is not dead. And you continue living endlessly.
Quantum what?
Immortality.
Yes, but technically you don't have to be dead for that to happen.
Well, you'll never die. Technically.
Right. But I'm saying there's already versions of me.
Variable theory. You think, how do you feel about variables?
What?
Variance.
Yeah, there's variants of me, but it's still me, so it's quantum whatever you said.
Variant, yeah. Quantum immortality. Yes. Wow. Reincarnation.
But with quantum immortality, it's essentially reincarnation. So yes.
Yeah, but it's in a different universe. It wouldn't be identical to your game, but it'd be very close. But you would probably be able to notice it. And that's where the Mandela effect comes in, because the slight changes in that universe to the next one is what's going to make you realize that, oh, you're not in the same universe that you were in.
Yes, sidecar, quick. I told my kids I was glitching, and I was from another universe, and that this daddy was just a multiple of daddies. And my kids got really scared and started...
Wait, multiple daddies? That fucking scares me here.
So my kids got scared and like crawled up and backed away.
Wait, because you're not the real daddy?
I like mind fucked them, so they're thinking, "Where's Daddy from this universe, the one they know?" Because my kids know they're taught there's multiple universes. I don't know if that makes us bad parents.
That's wild. We can get into that.
But they backed away and they're like, "You're not Daddy from here. You're the other Daddy." Kind of like what they took as the other Daddy is like Coraline. You know how there's the Button like those.
Yeah.
So they kind of got scared.
All right.
They're like, "When's Daddy coming back to this one? Like, where's the portal?"
We can come back and talk about this.
They're like,
Let's get through these last three. Bigfoot. Is he alive or is
No.
Have UFOs ever visited this planet?
Yes.
The government is currently working with UFOs.
Nazis in Antarctica? Yes.
And last but not least, there are undiscovered creatures that exist in the world that are not, we're not talking microscopic, but are relatively big, whether it be on the mammal or reptilian level.
Not like whale dicks?
Well, that's a part of a whale. We know whales are real, and there are whales. You mean like the Loch Ness
Like
Monster
Nessie?
poster?
Like Nessie?
It's a whale dick. No, but I mean the actual creature.
Yeah.
You'd actually believe that.
I believe, like, as far as, like, research and, like, all of that shit, like Smithsonian and all the big research groups, they haven't explored enough of Earth. They might, like, yes, I do believe there's other creatures.
No, keep going. You answered all the.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's parts of places that haven't fully been discovered. Like, we find new things every day.
Yeah, that's why I tried to change it a little bit, because I didn't want to say, like, small, because you always hear about new bugs and, like, new frogs getting
Right,
discovered
but
and
I
shit.
think that would put fear into people if they hear of, like, some other apex predator creature has been found. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they
Like the ocean. Like, the ocean is so vast and so huge.
Do you think a Leviathan exists out there? Something so big and massive that it never leaves the bottom, and when it does...
Well, like the Marianas Trench, where supposedly the Megalodon lives.
Well, they have something even deeper now, they said they found. It's even deeper than the Mariana Trench.
Where is that?
It's like near the Mariana Trench.
So it's like part of it, like an underground, like, canyon.
System?
Or
Yeah.
underwater canyon system. Yeah, I think there's large creatures out there.
But there could be, like, once you get down that deep, you would think the pressure would pretty much prevent the big creatures from living there. But you ever see the angler?
Why though? Anglerfish are huge.
Yeah.
So that, like, kind of defeats the whole pressure.
No, when they're there. But if you pull an angler fish up, it, like, deflates into like a little 3 inches, like a little wet, fucked up balloon. But down there,
they're like as huge as this rim. They could fit in this rim. Like, you could.
They're big creatures.
Yeah. So the whole pressure thing is, like, fishy. No pun intended.
That's what you're doing. No, it is. It is.
You know what I mean?
But it makes sense. Like, a lot of those creatures that are there are, like, they're very weird creatures. I mean, they really are. They're designed for that. They can't live above that environment.
Like Aquaman and, like, even, like, the other tribe and, like, Avatar 2, they go to great depths.
Oh, I should have hit you with Atlantis.
Above water or underwater?
Maybe it was above and that went below.
Yeah.
That's not what they say happened?
I don't know, but Poseidon, dude. Come on.
That's a Greek god, so now you believe in Greek gods?
But Poseidon was part of Atlantis, right?
No.
Oh.
That's the movie The Little Mermaid by Disney. It had nothing to do with the legend of Atlantis, dude. They did call the Atlanteans the sea people because they would attacked. A lot of people say that people that lived in Atlantis were the sea people that the Egyptians and the people in the Mediterranean constantly bitched about. They would assail their coastlines. Kind of like the Vikings did in the north.
You think they're just stories?
No, I think there was a people that probably...
So you think there's dog people like Anubis and shit too?
No, that's a story. I think those are stories. You would have skeletons of dog people. Some of them would be like, fuck this dog person eventually, and shank them. You get like a skeleton.
But do you think a werewolf probably came from a dog person?
Oh, they could be tied.
Do you know what I mean?
They could be tied, if you believe in werewolves.
But the Egyptians and those ancient cultures believed all the power of the suns and the moons.
They had a very weird belief.
Then like mummies or zombies, and you know what I mean, and or mummies are vampires. You give a mummy blood, it comes back to life.
Whoever said that?
I don't know. You just have to go down rabbit holes.
Okay, so I never heard that. I never heard you give a mummy.
No, I thought we had a conversation on an earlier podcast that mummy is actually a vampire. Like you said something about it
in that movie. In that one,
I went down some rabbit holes on that.
In that one movie, that mummy got the blood of the people that disturbed the tomb, and then he got younger and younger and wasn't a mummy anymore. What was the name of it? The Mummy.
Yeah, well, okay, so, or that's even, like, I'm thinking of, like, Queen of the Damned, like, fucking Anne Rice vampire stories now.
That's pretty dope, but do you think vampires are real? It would be, what part of it is real? The immortality? The drinking blood? Because, yeah, people drink blood. I've seen it.
I know, like, I don't know. Maybe just stories, but do you think drinking blood, as far as dark magic that it holds great significance?
No.
Why does popular culture and people nowadays correlate the rich and the powerful drinking blood? Like, do you think, like, way back then when they drank blood and stuff, they didn't realize it was, like, actually the adrenochrome in the blood?
I thought adrenochrome, I thought you had to get that from the spine of, like, a newborn.
Then there goes the whole fucking theory of all the child trafficking. But I thought blood still had significance, like, as far as that goes.
I know the Incas, they would, like, cut the hearts out of people, like, on top of their temple thing.
Yeah, because the fear would make all that adrenochrome pump, right?
Yeah, but they didn't drink it. That's what I'm saying.
They ate it.
Did they?
Didn't they?
I thought they kicked the
body. Or is
body.
this fucking Hollywood messing with our heads?
Yeah, I think this is a mixture of Hollywood and fact. I think the Aztecs, they did human sacrifice, but they had, like, a heart pot. They threw the heart in, and then they had those huge temples, and they would kick the body.
Have you ever thought of ripping someone's heart out?
Yeah.
Does that make us horrible people?
No.
Does that make us...
Would you?
I can visualize it. I'm just thinking of how much force would be needed.
Yeah, how much force would you need to do it?
It'd be like going into, like, a bag of chicken, but busting through, like, the gristle and shit, and just, like, how that would feel. But it wouldn't be, like, cold, like chicken.
I'd have to get through your chest plate. That's pretty thick, dude. Imagine all the times you've been fucked up, and you look down, and you weren't, like, ripped apart.
Dude, I think Tyson could probably do it. If not Tyson, Bruce Lee or, like, Ip Man, they probably...
Bruce Lee was so fake. He's not ripping...
Okay, so Ip Man, and, like...
He's not even real either, dude.
Imagine the force, though, of, like, someone like that. Like, they have a lot of force and a lot of pressure that they literally... Just imagine the fingers...
Yeah, but how much would you need? I don't think any person could do that.
I think Tyson could fucking punch you there, then go in with his fingers.
I think he could punch you and stop your heart, but I don't think he's going to go through your chest plate.
I think Tyson could literally go through your chest plate and at least rip you up if he really wanted to. Well, like in his heyday. I think a 22-year-old Tyson could literally punch you in the chest, break the chest plate, then come in again with fingers forward and just, like, tear through it. I don't know why we're talking about this, but
No.
we're talking about Incans and hearts and shit, so...
It goes where it goes. But there is that technique of Denmark. They used to talk about touch of death. It's made popular in movies like Kill Bill. Like, they fucking do this weird thing to you, and you can only walk 5 steps, and
then you fall over.
and you die. You know,
Yeah.
that's based on a real thing.
Yeah.
There used to be a thing called Denmark technique, and they call it a touch, but it's really a hit, and it would stop your heart. Do I think that could happen? Absolutely. I think you could stop someone's heart if you hit them right on the heart and hard enough, like you said, like a Tyson. Like, I think that could be a thing. Like,
I think that punch could be enough to rupture your chest plate.
it would take so much, so, you know what I mean?
What's his pounds per inch for Tyson? How much is it in his punch?
I mean, in his prime, who fucking knows? Who knows?
Enough to fucking shatter that.
I would think. You would think it would...
Because isn't it true he held back a lot of his punches?
I don't know. Only he would have the answer. But he's like, he delayed the Jake Paul fight until December because of ulcers.
Yeah, that was supposed to be this week.
Yeah. Granted, he's old now, but...
Still, you know how many people were excited for that?
I was actually excited for that. I wanted to see it. I mean, I'm not going to watch boxing again because of it, but I'd watch that.
Yeah, boxing's fun to watch.
But it's always been fun until it started, like, looking fake. You know what I mean? Like...
I don't know, I think UFC looks fake.
I do not.
That's me.
I do not.
I think fucking Triple H back in the day looked realer than fucking UFC fighters today.
You out of here. Triple H would not step in the UFC.
Sweet Chin Music would mess stuff up
That's
into
Shawn.
Octagon. I know that's Shawn Michael.
Comment below if you agree with
The
that.
Triple H did the pedigree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I always thought Sweet Chin Music was better than the pedigree. Dude, imagine if he had like Bruce Lee legs doing Sweet Chin Music.
Is that bad or good? Bruce Lee had small legs.
Yeah, but he had powerful kicks.
He only fought 70 fucking pound men. It's easy to sit there and be like, oh, I'm kicking their ass when they all weigh 80 pounds. Now, if you were to, like in the movie Enter the Dragon, like him versus Chuck Norris, in a real fight, I refuse to believe Bruce Lee would be able to
That wasn't
hurt.
Enter the Dragon.
Whoever won.
Enter the Dragon.
Game of Death, whatever one.
That one. Yeah, the top of the temple. But Enter the Dragon was the one they're in, like...
They're on the island.
On Hong Kong, and they go to the island.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I remember
what-
the opening scene of the plane flying over.
Yeah,
But that's when he got the claws in the mirror room and fought that other dude. That wasn't Chuck Norris.
Well, I know he fought Chuck Norris in that movie.
No,
Yeah,
it was his other one. It was the one before Enter the Dragon.
Okay. Well, whatever. In a realistic fucking fight,
And Chuck Norris almost won.
yeah, Chuck Norris is not going to lose to Bruce Lee.
I know, but in the movie, it kind of proved your point of the 70-pound men. Then he goes up to like a brick house like Chuck Norris, and how it took him much more strength to actually
And
whoop
that's
his
not
ass.
Chuck Norris was not that big either. You know what I mean? But
The
compared to
Texas
Bruce,
Ranger was big in that movie.
yeah, compared to Bruce, yeah, he looked huge. That
Yeah.
shows you how small Bruce Lee was. You get what I'm saying?
Dude, Rocky Balboa would take Chuck Norris. Rocky
I don't know.
Balboa would beat the Texas Ranger.
I think Rocky Balboa would get his fucking ass kicked by Chuck Norris.
No, he wouldn't.
You don't think so?
No.
Texas Ranger would knock him back into North Philadelphia, born and raised, dude. He would, dude. There's no fucking way. There is no way.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky ain't even real. Chuck Norris is a real living being. Yeah, Rocky ain't real. It's a character Sylvester Stallone put.
They have a statue of him.
He's not real though.
I thought he was like a Golden Glove boxer.
You thought wrong. That's just a statue.
Wasn't that a not a biography?
No, it's not a biography in any way, shape, or.
Dude, you just
or-
crushed my world.
You thought Rocky was a real person.
Yeah, the Eye of the Tiger.
Nope, that's a great song, huh? That never happened. And if you
Well,
remember,
you know what? Regardless, none of them have shit on Cobra.
Cobra Kai.
No, Cobra. Sylvester Stallone and Cobra with the badass hitman with the car with the fucking...
That was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Who was he teamed with? He had a partner.
No, it was just him. Because remember in his car...
He had a white fucking ivory handle on his pistol that had a Cobra on it.
Yeah, but do you also remember the car? The shit would come out of, like, the middle of it. Like, if people were coming up on the road and those blades would come out and slice their tires, too.
I do not remember that.
It was a badass car.
I thought he had a partner, though. I thought he had, like, a backup buddy or something.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, fucking Steven Seagal beats Stallone.
Steven Seagal is the most phony.
Oh, in a time with the moon rise, I learn karate. Says White Wolf, man of the land. They come to decimate, and I, Steven Seagal, train Keanu Reeves and Van Damme, and we counter, fight, and destroy White Wolf. And suddenly, white baby calf of bison is born, and prophecy is fulfilled. Do you think that's how Steven Seagal would talk? Isn't he like indigenous or like Native American?
I don't know, but bravo. That improv, it was pretty good. I like that. You nailed that one, dude. To me, he's like a little bit more like laid back. Like, yeah, I used to train back in, like, everything he says is a lie. He's always like,
Really?
oh yeah, he'd be like, I used to train with Bruce Lee back in Hong Kong, Tokyo.
Yeah, there's pictures of that.
No, he never did anything.
Why did you say Tokyo? Bruce Lee never trained in Tokyo. Bruce Lee trained in Hong Kong.
No, I was saying that because Steven Seagal got married to a movie producer's daughter in China.
Tokyo. No, it was Japan.
Wherever it was. And then he left her for another girl that he met on set, blah, blah, blah. That's how we got into the whole martial arts thing. He never... And he's a black belt in Aikido. Aikido is a real martial art.
This guy does not like Steven Seagal.
He's not even a real martial art, dude.
He'd still kick your ass.
I think I could take Steven Seagal. I think I could do it. Yeah. He'd have a weight on me. Give me a year to get the weight up.
He's big now.
Yeah, he's big.
He's not George Foreman big, but he's big now.
I think he's fat big.
Yeah, George Foreman was fat big at one point when he lost everything.
But George Foreman was also had muscle. Steven Seagal never had muscle.
He's another heavy hitter, man.
Who?
Foreman in his prime versus Tyson in his prime.
That happened, didn't it?
No, I'm saying in the prime. Like, you took Foreman in his prime versus Tyson in his prime.
Yeah, that happened, though, didn't
it? I'm saying prime as in same age.
Oh, like you could put them at the same... Oh. I still think Tyson probably walks away.
I think it would be a draw.
Didn't Tyson fight Frazier?
Yeah.
And that was pretty rough. It looked pretty rough. If I remember correctly. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, your heart just ripped out of your chest. How do you go from vampires to Tyson and these guys fighting?
Dude, it just happens.
It just.
I'm the tangent guy.
Just happens.
I'm Kenny Fresno, and this is the 2018 Ford Transit. In 2018, the Ford Transit was voted the #1 vehicle by contractors and sex offenders. Hi, my name's Bill. I'm a plumber. I love my Ford Transit. My name's Ted. This integrated rack system's a great place to store all my tools. I usually put balloons in this one and gummy bears in this one. The Ford Transit's awesome. I mean, look at all this space. I could put extra piping in here and everything. Seem to have lost my puppy. Can anyone help me find my puppy? This feature where you can unlock it or lock it from the inside. I fucking hate this feature.
Of all those conspiracies that I gave you at the start, what do you think is the most likely to be real?
Quantum what?
Immortality?
Yeah, quantum immortality.
Over JFK?
Yeah.
Now, do you believe that or you hope that?
No, I believe that.
So you think you can't experience death? You just keep moving?
Well, by the standards of the world, I will experience death, but I'll still be alive.
In what sense?
In the sense, the biological male me keeps reproducing.
But, now, okay, is that you? What if I see you? You're the
But
real.
my son has my DNA, so he's essentially.
Well, that's a whole different. We're not talking about that's genetics. We're not talking. We're
Yeah,
talking about
but
you.
genetics can still be quantum immortality.
We're talking you, your memory, your speech, your looks. What makes you you? We're not talking about you.
Now you ruined it for me.
Because I could have 18, 20 fucking other me's out there then on that principle.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I got one kid, but he looks nothing like me, acts nothing like me, likes nothing I like.
Mine does.
Now he does. He's a little toddler. And it's going to be the opposite when he gets
He's
older.
not a toddler. He's 5. That's not a toddler.
Still not old enough to judge it anyway. He's probably... In 10 years, he might hate your fucking guts.
Probably, but that's
You
how I
have
was looking
no
at it. I was
idea.
looking at it from a DNA standpoint.
DNA, yes. That's the whole point of passing on your family line. I'm saying you.
But I think there's more in the strands of DNA than people realize.
Might be. It's not going to turn that boy into you.
Memories passed through DNA.
I don't remember nothing my grandparents did. You?
I remember running away from the Japanese in a sugarcane field in the North Philippines.
You think you have regressed memories?
And I was running with my sister.
Are you serious? I don't know.
No, I don't. But it'd be fucked up if I remembered something like that. Then I truly believe memories are passed down through DNA.
It would be cool, but I just don't see how it could happen.
Alright, fine.
Because you have that little part in your brain that controls all your memory. You know?
I believe we landed on the moon.
Get out of here, dude.
Because it was everyone across America at the dinner table eating their TV dinner.
Yep.
Was watching it. A little screen right there if you had a screen. If not, you're standing out for a fucking TV shop on Main Street with your family because you couldn't afford a TV. Then you no longer cared about Sputnik because we landed on the moon.
Well, it was a space race, so they were trying.
Yeah.
And you don't think Russia would call us out on the bullshit and be like, "You fucking liar! Like we've been monitoring that shit. You didn't get even close to the fucking moon, you pussy." You don't think Russia would be the first to call us out?
No, because it helped Russia's long game.
No, it didn't help anything.
It helped the long game of the people in control of the world.
The Cold War. People say Russia lost the Cold War because
We're still in the Cold War.
That's a whole other Cold War.
But it still stemmed from that Cold War.
Maybe.
And people are idiots if they don't think we're in a Cold War.
We definitely are. We're in a technological race, I think.
Yeah, and AI is gonna mess that up.
Why are you so Terminator-esque about AI? What if AI don't do anything bad and does absolute good?
Well, 2030 agenda.
Who's putting this shit in
The
your
2030 we're supposed to hit singularity too, and I think we'll hit that by like 2026 or 2028.
It's 2 years old.
Look how far AI's jumped in 6 months, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
Look at where AI was last year.
I'm not as impressed with AI as you seem to be.
Because there's a lot about AI they're not fucking telling us right now. Like, governments want, the two dudes, they want AI to be shut down because they want the AI in their hands, unless DARPA has some far superior AI.
I don't think so. I think it's just a thing. It's a tool. I don't think it'll ever achieve sentience.
You don't think so?
Nope, I don't think it has.
With all the dating mining of millions of people in the world, all that information?
I think we can make a artificial program that could pass the Turing test relatively easily, but I don't think it'll ever be to the point that we're like, oh, it's control like Terminator 2. I just don't.
But if we're in a simulation, we've already hit singularity.
Exactly. So if we are, if simulation theory is real, it's already occurred, and if it didn't occur, it's not gonna.
Well, I say by 2030.
Unless the simulation theory is a product of the AI, and we are not, humans no longer exist, and this is their way of guessing what humans were like, and they're recording us.
Or do you think the AI is a script in the simulation so the simulation could further grow?
Well, it's all scripted in the simulation.
That's what I mean. Like, do you think, okay, I take that back. Do you think AI is a program within the simulation?
Yes.
To fix stuff the simulation has messed up?
Maybe it's a part of the simulation, yeah. Maybe it is like a...
Yeah, it's like an update.
Yeah.
AI is like, this is update, we're going to simulation Earth 1 to 1.2.
Yeah, the years 2020.
Yeah, so instead of Earth 1, now we have Earth 1.2.
Yeah.
Then we'll get to like Earth CC, kind of like what Photoshop.
Well, if the simulation and the AI is all scientific, which it should be because it's based upon those principles, it'll look at every probability. Now, if you run a simulation, you do that intentionally to see what the simulation is going to do.
So, since we're sticking with simulation, simulation ran a program. Simulation said the CIA killed JFK. The simulation ran that program to see what effect it would have on the world for X amount of playtime, or what human beings would do.
Yes.
So then again, 9/11 is another program in the simulation.
Yes.
So all these major events or dinosaurs or what have you are just programs within a simulation.
Yeah.
So to kill your question, someone would just have to say we're in a simulation theory and this is why we believe in a simulation theory.
Well, you could
and quantum eternity or whatever.
Immortality.
Quantum immortality. If this is a simulation, they're not going to erase us. They're not going to take out our script. Or maybe our script is killed when we see blackness at death.
Yeah. That maybe they don't have to because we have a script.
Yeah, but our cache is still there and they can bring us back whenever.
Well, no, it would... Well, exactly. They can bring us back whatever, but nothing we ever did was real.
Right.
This whole thing could not be real. To us, we're real, but that's only because our internal memory is letting us do that. But to the simulation, it's made that happen. It allowed that to happen.
I don't know if you posted it or someone else posted it or one of my weird groups posted it. But I think it was like in India, maybe. They created a computer system with real living tissues, kind of like a brain.
Well, that's what Neuralink was supposed to be.
Yeah, but like this computer is pretty much like a brain, and it's so fucking fast.
Yeah, but I doubt it's really close to a real brain.
Well, it's not close to like a Neuralink, but still, it's pretty damn fast for as far as the organic tissue used to make the fucking computer. Like, isn't that crazy technology?
I think once we get over the convergence of robotic and biomechanical synthesis, like shit that like our body rejects things. That's like the problem with surgery. Like you put like we put in like titanium shit because it's the least
Or
likely.
like someone from this town that broke their femur and his body's now rejecting the screws and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Your body would do that or something. Once we get the biomechanics down, so that we can make the body think that the new added part is a part of their body.
Isn't that why we want more stem cells so we can create more like
a part of it? Yeah, yep. And stem cells are learning. Stem cells are the only thing that can change into anything. That's the only blank slate we know of like pure cells.
What would happen if they injected you with stem cells?
I'd probably get a lot healthier.
Yeah, so why can't we just inject people with
It's
stem
against the law. You can go to like Mexico and shit and get like, but they do it like in knees and shit. There's no like, and if there are long-term experiments on giving that to people, it usually goes into the steroid trope and HGH, TRT, trend, shit like that.
Imagine how much more healthier people would be.
Well, they also put stress on the heart. And your heart, unfortunately, is only built to last so long, regardless of how healthy you are.
How long is the heart supposed to last?
It's a muscle. How many times can you flex? The same way you got a limit on reps, your heart has a limit on reps, on pumps. And people forget that. Like, it's only going to do that a certain amount of time.
That's why people need to live a stress-free life.
Yeah.
Because when your heart's
Easier said than done.
when your heart's racing or that anxiety kicks in, you're taking life off.
You are. You're ticking
You really are.
You're ticking it down, dude. And that's why people get heart attacks. They have like usually clogging because of bad dietary shit. You know?
Like the diet can be fixed as far as the reps in your heart. That's completely different.
Yeah, but there's a limit. And like when you do HGH stem cells and shit to try to reinforce it, like you might make the muscle bigger and stronger, but that's what you're doing. You made it stronger.
Now it's gonna pump more.
Now it's gonna pump more, and it's gonna keep. You're not guaranteed you're gonna stop it from failure. You might be rushing in.
So that's why if you notice, a lot of weightlifters and runners don't actually live long lives, or athletes,
or tall men. Then you hear people like in the 6 foot plus range, because their heart has to pump that blood through 7 feet, and in gravity.
Do you think that's why like shorter people like pygmies and shit live longer, or midgets live longer?
Yep, absolutely. There is a correlation.
That's weird.
There's got to be, but that's anatomy. That's not like no magic or anything. That's just like health and
heart transplants. People.
My dad tried. He dead. Can't do it. I mean, maybe one day. I hope.
Politicians do it. Who's that one fucking rich guy in the world that's like on his 7th or 8th heart transplant?
I've never heard of that.
He's like rich, like Warren Buffett rich. Oh, is it Warren Buffett?
Is it Warren Buffett?
It might be.
I've never heard anyone having that many transplants. My father went.
Maybe I exaggerated, but more than 4.
I don't know who you're talking about. I've never heard anyone get more than 1.
Well, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you.
I know my dad got this experimental pump. It's supposed to keep your heart pumping at all times. So even if you have a heart attack would stop the heart. Etc. And you die. This thing, because his heart was so bad, and this new system was supposed to keep your heart pumping until it's like electronic based. It's so new. I don't know why they let an old man do it to begin with. You would think it would be like a young man's recovery kind of thing, and it didn't work. It just like it stayed on. He lived, but in a complete agony and misery.
Another thing, don't work the kitchen life. Many chefs.
Why do you say that?
Have heart attacks young.
Yeah, but is that from stress?
Dude, imagine. Do you know how much you do like kitchen work? You know how stressful it can be.
Yeah, but I don't let it stress me out anymore. I say fuck you, and I really don't care.
My employer had a heart attack when he was 33 or 32.
That's not good. Is he a fat man or no?
He runs every day. Goes to the gym every day.
Or is that to prevent an next heart
I don't
attack?
know, and he boxes and a lot of stuff too, and he'll see Sammy Snow at the gym from time to time.
It seems like a heart attack and he runs.
Yeah, he used to be a bigger guy. Now he's, if you look pictures, old
Was
pictures,
he bigger when he had the heart attack?
I don't know.
When I say bigger, I mean fatty.
Yeah, I feel like he's half the size he is from old pictures I've seen of him. He's lost a quarter of his weight since I've started working for him. He's more in shape now.
Really?
Yeah, he's all about not looking ripped and stuff, but more about grip power.
Okay.
Like being able to wrap someone, you know what I mean? Like MMA fighters.
Is he a nice guy?
Yeah.
Nice to you? And
Yeah, he's nice to all of us.
does he scream at you?
No.
Does he have emotional days where his menopause kicks in and then...
I think anyone does, but if he does have like
I don't.
you're an exception to the rule, man.
Well, I'm just saying, I know if I'm having a bad day, I shut up. I don't say nothing to Kathy. She knows at that point if I'm being quiet, oh, he's in a mood.
I get in a lot of those, but I feel like I control them better. Like I get quiet too.
Yeah, I do that because I've yelled at friends and then felt like a fucking idiot after I've done it. And then I've been like, I will never...
You care about people?
I do.
Aww.
That's true. I probably care about people more than I care about me.
That's not what you do. You even told me that.
Not to be smart about it, but...
You told me you need to care about you.
Yeah.
Those are your exact words.
Well, we were talking on a different
But
thing.
it still applies. It still applies.
Not really. Not on the subject that we're talking about.
Well...
I'm talking about waking up and, like, being pissed at the world for no reason.
Yeah, haven't you always been an angry person like that?
That's what I'm saying. And I learned to shut the fuck up. Like, quit doing that. Like, you gotta know what I mean when I say that. Like,
there's days I wake up pissed. And I get quiet.
You never look mad to me. I never
smile.
Yeah, but I don't smile either.
No, but when I get quiet, people know. They're like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like,
do you tell them, or you tell them
no,
fuck off?
I'm just like, good. But everyone knows I'm good anymore in this day and age. It means like not good.
Oh, really?
Well, if you're in a mood, and what do you just don't respond to people?
Right.
Oh, see, I'm like,
I block them out. I block them out. I won't answer the phone, any phone call.
even at work,
Yeah, I just won't answer it. I just...
you won't talk to people.
Nope.
See, like I have to be, even though it's a lie, I'm like, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Just let me do me.
You ask them. You ask anyone in there. I'll just, when I'm there, I'll just, if I'm having a bad time, I'm not, because bitching and complaining ain't gonna help me at all.
No, it's gonna make your heart go.
I don't know. I'm not really worried about my heart. I'm more worried about other shit like cancer and fucking.
Do you have cancer?
No, I hope not. Do you?
Not that I know of.
God damn. In this day and age, though, you never fucking.
Have you got checked? We're at that age where we need to do those checkups.
Have you done the butt check yet?
No. Well, are we supposed to? You're supposed to do that at 40. I turned 41 next Sunday.
So do I.
Your birthday's not next Sunday.
No.
Your birthday's after mine, then Sam's at the end of the month.
No, mine's at the end of the month.
So is Sam's.
Yeah, mine's the 30th.
And his is like the 30th too.
No, it's like 20-something.
Okay, so
Either way,
I'm older than you two. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, but you're
But we're essentially the same age.
essentially the same age.
But I'm just at the beginning of the month.
Were you bragging about being older?
And looking younger.
You do look younger.
Dude,
You do.
this is gonna make me sound like Donald Trump.
What do you got?
I know you guys would rather vote
your
for
vote.
a non-cognitive old man geriatric versus narcissistic ego, like, I'm so great. But I was at the Mifflinburg pool
Okay.
because Lewisburg had a swim meet at their pool, and
You go to pee puddles, that's cool.
And my kids really want to swim, so like, okay, we'll go to Mifflinburg. And while I'm there, I'm just sitting on the bench before I get in. I notice people there. I'm like, oh, that person was a few grades behind me. That person's a few grades behind me. Oh, that person's older than me. Didn't see anyone my grade, but I saw mostly people like 3 to 4 grades behind me. And I fucking aged better. All the drinking and drugs I've done in the world, and...
Have you really done that many of them?
I feel like I've done a good amount of drugs.
Okay.
I'm not gonna deny it, man.
Yeah, but you were never like an addict, I don't think.
No, because like I turned one vice into another vice, and gaming always prevented the vices.
Yeah. I think a lot of people get that age awareness when they're like doing that one thing for over.
Because as far as using, a lot of my friends did that when they were young. I hung around straight edge kids. So I hit my rock bottoms long after all these other people hit their long rock bottoms.
There are still people, like, I tried to add them. I remember growing up with them, like, in elementary school, before I turned into a bad person.
Yeah.
Which I never really was.
Before Kyle goes on, I age better.
You do. And I think that's
crazy.
That's your genetics. But I am saying...
Asian Pacific Islander.
Yeah. I don't doubt that at all. I think you're 100% right. But I'm saying, like, they won't even add me to Facebook because they still think I'm that same guy, like, back then. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I can't. Like, I had one person, like, answer me. I'm like, yo, I appreciate your friend request, but I can't be associated with people like you. I'm like, people like me, like, with what? Cooks?
like, I did all my stuff in the mid to late 20s when everyone else did it their mid to late teens. So, like, I was 10 years off.
You mean vice versa? You did your shit.
Yeah, like the mid to late 20s.
Oh, I did all my shit when I was young.
That's what I mean. Like, most people, and, like, in that aspect, a small percentage of the people bounce back, and so they realize what rock bottom was at a young age, you know what I mean? They got all that shit out of their system.
Yeah.
So they could, like, react to it differently when I was my age. So it's like, as far as all that shit, like, I feel like I lost 10 years. So I'm burning and learning from my mistakes I made, like, 10, 15 years ago.
Or longer.
Right, and everyone else learned that, and so it's like the gaps in age kind of like... So, like, I wish I didn't hang around straight edge kids when I was, like, mid to late teens. Then I could have got, like, all that shit out of me.
Yeah.
But then I would have been like...
Well, my big thing is, like, those straight edge kids, still, to me, it seems like they still don't know how to cope with life. You know what I mean? Like, they've been hiding.
I know a handful.
They've been hiding from things. Like, I still know guys, like, they think if you smoke weed, you're a drug addict. And you probably rob a bank one day to fix your weed habit.
Yeah, but they're drinking probably like 2 cases, 3 or 4 cases of beer. Like, they're alcoholics.
I don't judge them the way they're so quick to judge me.
Well, I'm just saying the people that are frowned upon in, like, smoking, at the end of the day, they're going through, like, bottles of wine or cases of beer. You know what I mean? You ever
or wives, or they're getting married, divorced.
Yeah, like, I know those people in life. I see them, and, like, those people frown upon, like, smoking and other stuff, but I'm like, you're just drinking your life away, so what's the difference?
But I'm doing the same, and I'm totally the opposite of that. Not as much as I was.
But you're making the effort to change because you need to change. You need to get healthier.
Yes.
Like me, like, it's funny, at my workplace, I'll ask for, like, an Arnold Palmer or something and be like, more sweet, not sour.
Okay.
Or they'll see me, like, servers or people will see me get, like, a soda. They're like, Frank, you're diabetic. Don't do that. Isn't it cool? People, like, I don't know if they care, but they at least acknowledge the fact maybe I shouldn't be drinking this shit, and they're trying to remind me on the daily.
I do it to you all the time.
I know you do. So stop. Down the toilet now.
But the difference is, I think maybe you're smarter than me, and then you will listen. Whereas I know I won't.
You told me at the start of the month, Kyle.
Uh-oh. What?
For all of June.
I said I'm going to try.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
I just thought your willpower would have been greater.
You thought wrong.
Well, if you cut back like you said you did, that's
I'm just
a step in the right path,
I'm
right?
just another skeleton on the pile. Of the simulated pile of skeletons. Nothing special. Nothing unique. You might not be.
I'm nothing special.
You might be a controller hooked up to the board. I don't know.
Is that why I like to stir shit?
Maybe. Maybe when you go to close your eyes at night, you detach and you're back.
Oh,
and
man.
you're back in your lavish alien apartment. Like, damn, those fucking.
You know what's crazy?
Those simulations.
As far as like starting shit, you know how many posts I make a day and like 10 seconds later I delete it or I archive it?
I never delete anything.
Or archive it.
Well, archive's better than deleting it.
Yeah, but I say shit, and if I just like let it hang for an hour,
Yeah.
I know it creates drama, but
Let it.
no, I want to, but I don't want to. That's why I delete or archive it. Why is that?
Because you doubt yourself and you feel embarrassed about.
Oh, I don't doubt my thoughts.
One of the funniest guys I know. Dirty Jerkins, he's probably watching this right now. Like, he could have had a huge YouTube channel, but his issue was he would do something, he would upload it, then he'd think about it, and an hour or two later, he'd delete it. So there's no work going in, there's no work going forward. All it is ever-present self-doubt. Whereas, like, if you put something out that sucks, I feel this way on our videos. Like, we get a video that gets like 10 views, that's fucking gay. That sucks. But I'm not gonna hide from it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had some
That's
shitty.
how I'm with photographs anymore.
Right, you just gotta do it. I can do it now, and that's what it is. This episode wasn't as good as that episode. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, but going back to the doubt thing, when I think of like photography, I don't think I doubt my skill sets.
Well, you should have kept doing that shit.
I know, but I don't doubt my skill sets. Oh shit, I forgot to bring them over.
Your skill sets?
No,
Yeah, you did.
2 photographs that Jimmy Cooper painted over, so you can hang them in here.
Oh, that'd be great.
One was like the aliens coming in and out of a vortex. The other was like some weird volcano monster in my landscapes. I'll bring them over next Sunday.
We'll
I can't do it next Sunday. It's my birthday.
Okay.
But I'll bring it over. But
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
it's not that I doubt my photo skill sets.
You ask yourself, why am I doing it?
I ask, what's the point anymore?
Yeah, why am I doing it? Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Because back then, and even when I was younger,
You did it for pussy, didn't you?
in my head, it's like, oh, everyone's a photographer. But with technology now, dude,
Anyone can be.
and with the new programs, all you have to do is type in key prompts into the AI thing, and it will correct and add anything you want. So what's the point of it anymore?
You think they robbed the whole art form of skill. But
Right, I think so. So it's like, why post?
you could say that about anything.
Yeah, I know, but like anymore, it's like, oh, I was doing shit like that, but I stopped. Now people do it. It's like, oh, that's cool.
But
Like
you
you
have
enjoy
no one
it.
to blame for your lack of success, but you.
I never looked at it as success. I
Exactly.
always looked at it as
Does anyone do you think Banksy set out to be Banksy?
no.
Exactly.
But like it was always fun. It was
Exactly.
therapeutic, and I still need to do it. But like
I do the podcast not because I'm killing it in views.
I know.
no.
But what's the point though, dude? Like someone else gonna post a photograph, and
There's a million other ones. I do it because that's the way I stop my heart from not getting thrown in that Aztec ditch, and my body not getting kicked down those steps. So that's my thing. Everyone should have that one thing that they're like, this is me. Like, and you can't use your kids and shit like that.
I know.
It's got to be something you fucking like to do.
Dude, I love it. I do. So many days, like, I'm like, oh, man. But, like, I was talking to someone...
Did you sell your equipment?
No. I still
Good.
have it. And I
I'll
was
punch
talking
you
to
right in the face,
someone
man.
at work, and I was like, man, I was driving out to such and such place the other day, and I just wanted to pull over and just sit in the field and wait for the perfect light or the perfect moment
It's
and
still
photograph this thing. And I visualized it in my head.
It's still there.
And in my head, I'm like, oh, well, you need to go to these settings, Frank. So in my head is like I was setting up my camera to get that. Then the person at work was like, I feel the same way about painting.
Everyone, I'm telling you, everyone
It's
has
like,
that.
this person's amazing illustrator, painter, like whatever, and she's decent at it. So I'm like, have you sold any work lately or did any events? She's like, no, like I want to, but the drive's not there.
I think a lot of us need to come together and use our skills together, and we could live the life we optimally want. You know what I mean?
But like for me, what's the point with photography now, dude? I can take
awesome ass pictures.
I can take a basic picture right now.
Hey, and Johnny D will AI it and have a fucking better one.
Right.
Well, if you know the shit Johnny D does, then wouldn't your pictures become even better than
But
him?
why would I want to do AI to my pictures?
Don't. Keep like all original shit. You know, it's
But
like
AI would take like loads of time off that.
It would, but it would also take a part out of that. It's
But
like tracing
I know, but
versus-
using key prompts though, those are still your ideas. You're telling it what to do,
yeah. Well, then
and it's giving you variants of what you
I'm
want.
not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying you got to find something that you like, and then use that to its fullest capability.
Yeah.
Based on what you like. You get it? I mean, who knows? We're all suffering through this cosmic ocean. And you're Polynesian.
Speaking of cosmic ocean and conspiracies, did you hear we went through a radiation pocket during COVID, and the whole COVID thing was just a cover up for the radiation pocket that was killing people off?
No, I did not hear that.
That's a fucking crazy conspiracy, but we do go through radiation pockets.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, but this was like a really, really bad one.
If you guys want to hear about that out there, comment below, let us know. This is Agents of Calamity. I'm Crypto Creep.
And I'm Frank One,
Who's
the Islander.
The Islander? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that. We love you. Oh yeah, we'll be playing Deep State.